Tuesday, 7th of June, and at last the day has arrived. The first performance of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, part 1 tonight, part 2 Thursday night. This is the scene at about 2 p.m. Performance is due to start at 7:30, and I've still got to collect my ticket. So that's what I'm going to do any second. There are quite a few sightseers. I wonder if they've got tickets for tonight. Anyway, that's the scene and the front of the theatre showing, what is that? The Cursed Child. There is a notice there which gives the performance schedule. I would think the preview tickets have long gone. There probably aren't any available at all. So we have a big notice on the side wall of the theatre and the cast list. Not that I know any of them. They're very impressive tickets, very shiny. And I'm told the show is due to finish about 10:05. Anyway, that's my ticket for tonight. And underneath, now on top, is my ticket for part 2 on Thursday. Balcony, far up as you can go, seat F2, £10. Can't be bad, can it, at £10? I'm advised to arrive about 6 o'clock. There are all sorts of security checks and things, I understand. This is the area in front of the theatre, and you can see a lot of interest from people around, people who are visiting, having selfies taken in front of the posters. The traffic seems particularly busy today. Most of London seems to be gridlocked. Maybe it's because Harry Potter's in town. Anyway, I got my tickets all right this afternoon, as you saw. So now we've got to get into the theatre. It says all ticket holders that way, so we're getting a big queue. And this is the queue. Even if you got a ticket, you have to queue. Never has there been so much interest in people queuing for the theatre. I've never seen so many photographs. And a quick view from the gallery of the stage. And there's a clock. Part 1 finished at 10:20. So after following Harry Potter during the show, we were told at the end that Harry Potter died 20 years ago. The special effects are something else, and they finish with ghostly characters flying all through the auditorium. You could see the wires that were working them. Now for part 2 on Thursday to see how this finishes off. There are various cameras, television cameras around. While I was in the queue, there were two, one allegedly from Facebook, interviewing somebody called Mark. And one from What's on Stage. Now they're trying to find the people they spoke to earlier to find what they thought of it. Of course the question is, how long will this run? But then it is in 2 parts, which mean that it would run twice as long as it normally would. 64 years? Like Mousetrap? No, I doubt it, but I can see it running 5 years. So here I am again for part 2. It's Thursday the 9th of June 16, to carry on where Harry Potter left off. So what was I saying when I was interrupted by the boss there? To carry on where Harry Potter left off on Tuesday night, I had a couple of sessions in Cambridge in the meanwhile, and it's all gelled together very nicely. So, about 5:30 now, to get in the queue again for a second bag check. I need to buy another program because a colleague purchased the original one. So, how did it finish on Tuesday? With ghosts floating around the auditorium and the revelation that Harry had died 20 years earlier. So we'll see how it pans out tonight. The view out the front of the theatre and the queue tonight about the same length as I joined it on Tuesday. Apparently these are from the one show.
Try and get the plot out
well,
of us.
let's tell Matt.
Not as long as you don't try and get the plot out of us.
Let's tell Matt to stop saying listen, shall we?
Give that one up right away. Oh dear.
So, Harry Potter Part 2 finishes after lots of convolutions with time machines, destroying one, finding another one, going back in time to a particular date in 1981. We have a big fight between the wands of the heroes and Voldemir's daughter, and guess who wins? And then at the end, Harry and his son promise to be better towards each other, and that's it. About 4.5 hours of that. I'm off home now, and the view from the front as the rest of the audience went their way. I came down one of the fire escape sets of stairs and out the side door, although people apparently were being turned back, but of course you can't legally close a fire escape door. So there was no problem, it just opened and I was out, and everybody else is coming out the front entrance. Quite an imposing setup. I wouldn't like to forecast how many years it runs. It's in 2 parts, so it will run twice as long as it would have done because of that. So to beat the Mousetrap, it'll still be running in 64 years time. That's 2080, by which time we'll all be long gone, won't we?